What is up, everybody, and welcome to another video. Today's video, I'm once again at the local coffee shop, hanging out. I actually just finished talking to the wonderful gentleman who made my latte, which the coffee here is so good. But today I have a very special and exciting thing for you in the windy backlot of this coffee shop. The perfect place to record videos. Yes, today I wanted to show y'all, not the penny Balisong, though I have been very much enjoying my janky tsunami / penny Balisong. This is such a good Balisong. I really love flipping this thing. But no. Instead, I have this bad boy right here from Fellowship Blades. This, I believe, is the new Medusa, and this is something that Grant at Fellowship Blades just sent me out of nowhere, I might add. Like, I literally, so Brandon was like, oh, hey, Will, what's your, current shipping address? And I was like, oh, sure, Brandon, here you go. I don't know what you're doing. Apparently, he was in talks with Grant, and then this just showed up at my door the other day, so thanks, Grant. That's cool. You're nice. Anyways, I thought I would do an unboxing with y'all, so let's take a look at whatever it is I've been sent. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, so here we have a blurple anodization of sorts. It doesn't look like it's a true blurple, not like my tsunami is a actual blurple, and what blurple is it's a very specific level of anodization between blue and purple, and so you get this iridescence from it. This doesn't look like it's true blurple. Instead, it looks really interesting. It looks like this is a high volt teal anodization, and you can see that on the inside, a very high volt blue. And then it looks like he stonewashed it very lightly for just a bit to kind of remove some of that teal in certain places, and then he anodized it purple again. This actually reminds me a lot of my Serif. This is nice. This reminds me a lot of my Serif, which Machine-Wise did a similar process to. So this is a very nice finish. God damn, is that gorgeous. So this is the new Medusa blade, looks like. I don't remember exactly what this profile is called, but I really love it. This is super cool. It's got a weird hollow grind sort of situation happening here. It goes out near the blade and then it goes in again, and so it's deeper here and then it comes back out again near the back of the spine. That is extremely nice. Oh, wow. It feels great to flip, too. So here's something about the Medusa, right? I was not the biggest fan of it when Brandon got his, to be clear. I liked it, but I wasn't wow, this is crazy, you know what I mean? Until I started flipping it a bit. Then I was like, oh, it's actually better than I thought it would be. Because the Medusa, I'm just gonna be honest, it looks kinda chunky in the trunky. It doesn't inspire that much confidence in terms of oh, this is gonna be a light and fast, enjoyable flipper. I'm gonna throw some lube on this, see how that feels. Oh wow, lube bottle came a drippy boy. So it's not something that I would immediately be oh yeah, this is gonna be, insanely good. Just looking at it, it looked like it was going to be pretty heavy and stuff like that. But after I flipped it, I was wrong. It is actually a lot lighter than you would think. Oh, wow, that lube, that was good. That lube is helpful. Oh, by the way, sorry, this is a weird tangent, but talking about lube, I really have been enjoying Carbon Honey, but I have noticed after a while of using Carbon Honey that if I use it for a long enough period of time, it kind of gunks up my knife a little bit, and then it actually makes it flip slower all of a sudden. And so what I've found is a little bit of super lube every once in a while with the Carbon Honey is actually really good. Oh, wow, that's a lot of wind. A little bit of super lube every once in a while to kind of space out the Carbon Honey is good. And so that's what I've been doing. I still have the super lube in my rotation. In fact, I think it's very important to have, because it does help kind of rejuvenate the Balisong after I've used Carbon Honey for a while. Anyways, let me know down below if you want me to like release more bottles of the super lube. We sold out of them, and it was a bit of a process in terms of me having to like fill all of them and label all of them and all that stuff. But if you want more, I could make more, so just let me know in the comments. Anyways, this thing, this is good. Okay, I've been flipping it for a minute now. Oh, look, it's number 8, number 008. That's actually kind of funny. That's exactly what number my original emissary from JK Designs is. And that's actually kind of cool, because this is another machined Balisong, I think kind of similar to the emissary, so that's nice. I like that I was sent number 8. I appreciate that, Grant. I don't even know if that was on purpose, but if it was, thank you. Now I have two custom number 8 Balisongs. That's really dope. But yeah, the Medusa just doesn't look, from, you know, a distance, in my opinion, like it'll be that great of a flipper. But it really is. It's a lot lighter than it looks. And I think it's just because it's had a lot of the titanium sort of milled out of it. Like, it really looks like it'll be a heavy boy, but it's really not. It's got a fantastic balance. It feels really nice to flip. You can get really quick going with it. There's not, like, it doesn't feel like it's slowing me down in any way. I will say I like this blade and the way it flips slightly better than the blade on Brandon's original Medusa. I like the more organic shape to it, first of all. I like this sort of kookery design. I think it's really, really dope. Brandon's is the Tonto, and I just don't find the Tonto really fits my aesthetic preferences that much. And over time, I've actually learned that, like, most Tontos, I'm just on. I really like organic shapes and flowy looking blade profiles and whatnot. So, you know, Tontos, I'm just, they're mid to me, aesthetically. But I really do like the blade on this thing. This thing has a fantastic blade. And something I'm noticing is that I don't know if this is physically possible. And I mean that by, as in, like, if you were grinding this on a grinding wheel setup, right? Because what you've got here is it's basically like a weird infinity grind, or a nightmare grind. It's like you did the flats here, and then you did your reverse flats, and then you, like, this could be done with just a, that couldn't be done on a wheel, but that could be done with just a machine. You could machine that pretty easily. But this part, where it goes in like that, if you were to actually do that on a wheel, someone's got a very loud car, you would have to have, like, a 1-inch wheel, maybe a 2-inch wheel, maybe a 1.5-inch wheel. Like, you'd have to have a very small wheel to get a cut like this into the blade. And then on top of that, the part that I think is impossible is not like this. Like, I think you could do that by hand. It would just be a real pain in the ass. It's this right here, the way the swedge kind of comes back. I just don't think that's really possible on a wheel necessarily. Maybe it is, but I wouldn't know how to do it. And again, I don't know what I'm doing with a grinding wheel, so I could be wrong. However, I do know that it would at least be extremely, extremely difficult to get. And so personally, I really like that concept. You know, I think machined blades are cool. I think they're fine. But personally, I would like to see machined blades sort of exit the realm of faking grinds, right? Because, like, or even maybe not even just not faking grinds, but, like, faking grinds in a more interesting way, right? Like, fake grinds that are actually impossible. Because, like, you have an infinite amount of customization options. You're milling the blade, so as long as it can be done with a subtractive process, you can make anything. And so I really like the idea of, like, okay, how can we make a design that isn't realistic? You know, how can you make a Balisong design that, like, can't exist? Is that possible? What would that look like? You know, I think that'd be really cool. And so, yeah, personally for me, I really like that idea of, like, making that just less existable in real life. That's not a word. But I just like the idea of moving outside the realm of just simulating a buoy grind or whatever, like making it interesting, making it different, making it something that you really kind of can't easily achieve on a blade normally. And so using machining to its strengths and really like creating really intricate and interesting stuff from that. So yeah, personally, I really like this thing. I think it flips great. I think it feels great. The anodization is beautiful, like really good job with the anodization, but damn, I'm very impressed with this Balisong. Good job, Grant. Fellowship Blades, he's really been kind of popping off lately. One of my friends is like, the Medusa's not a GRAIL, and I completely disagree. The Medusa is very much a GRAIL. I think it's a gorgeous Balisong, especially with the new blade. For me, the new blade kind of seals the deal for me. But also at the same time, it just feels really good, and it flips so much better than it looks like it does. I think like the looks are preceded in terms of like it, and this isn't to say the looks are bad. Like for me, I think it's not entirely to my aesthetic preferences, but I think that it's also kind of neat because it definitely feels like the creative vision of Grant. It feels like he really went all in terms of making this exactly what he wants aesthetically, and I really do appreciate that. It also just has great grip in basically every configuration that I sort of need it to, so there's no point where I'm kind of like hurting for a better grip or anything like that. So I do, at a bare minimum, I do like that a lot. But yeah, this thing is really nice. I really am enjoying it. Okay. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it for the moment. I appreciate y'all watching and getting a little moment to check out the Fellowship Blades Medusa, the newer version that I forget what the blade is actually called, but here it is. This thing is really incredible, and definitely give Fellowship Blades a follow on Instagram, and if you can afford it, consider supporting him. It's got some really good stuff in the works. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this one. Hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you later. Peace.